Hello, welcome back to our podcast. We're the Euphoria Oasis girlies. Enjoy our little setup microphone.
We'll get a better one day.
Yes. One day this will be an actual setup. But today we're in Essence's room, enjoying the actual lighting in here. Mine has no window. Hers actually has a window, so we get the natural lighting. But yeah, how's your all's day going?
Going good, Really did some TikToks.
I was late.
Very late.
Very late.
We might not talk about that no more.
I'm sorry. I'm always late. It's something I will try and change.
It will never change.
It has been going on since forever. Even my previous jobs, like not even lashes, but like straight up like working retail, I was always late, dude. So fingers crossed we get better. I'm like, oh my god. But speaking of other jobs, we're gonna talk about our experiences at working for a franchise, which we hinted at the last episode. But yeah, so as you guys know, all three of us worked at a franchise. No names.
We don't want to be sued.
Yeah, no one wants to get in trouble. But yeah, so
again.
That'll be a story for another time. But yeah, so what was y'all's experience? Because I know that Edlissa, you started first, and then I came in, and then Essence came in.
It was interesting. I definitely had to get out of my comfort zone because I was very shy. Sometimes I still am, like with new clients. I'm like, nerve-wracking. But yeah, I didn't know a thing when I went in there. And then, of course, they offered the training. But oh my god, I like one the name slip. Yeah, we did the trainings, but it was hard because everything had to be done like the franchise's way. So you couldn't. I mean, you really couldn't bring like your own glue or. Then I didn't even know how to do handmaids then. They still were pre-made.
Yeah, they also wouldn't let us use our own tweezers. Like, it was specifically their tweezers. I remember that now.
Yep, their tweezers, their glue, their lashes, their wash, which their wash was not a good wash.
I mean, the glue was not even a good glue.
No, the glue wasn't good, so it was just like, that was hard. But you couldn't learn any new technique because it had to be their technique. So, oh my god, remember when you had to keep your hands on the forehead? I have small hands, so remember you used to have to do with the wrist? Oh, I could never. I could never.
It was like, so you were just like, literally like this.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay. And you're like learning how to do them, and it's like, it was bad.
Okay, tell me why.
It was rough.
I guess I got the easier in because I definitely did not have to do that. I got to use my own tweezers. Well, I mean, I don't know if I could, but I did.
Yeah.
You're breaking the rules. Technically wasn't allowed, but I know I did too. I'd be like,
and I did not have to keep my hands on the forehead. Like, I just remember, they weren't that strict whenever I did my training.
No? Oh my gosh.
They were giving us hell for it. It was very interesting. What else did they do? There was a lot of PTSD moments.
Yeah.
Oh, the bonder?
The bonder.
No, the electric, the curlers, the heated curlers after the lash to use after the lash lift.
I forgot about that.
To give them an extra curl because the lash lift would not curl to save a life. Could not curl, but you put the heat on it. Yeah.
Oh my
that was wild. I forgot when we got those.
And dude, I would be so scared to even use them on the clients. I was like, they're gonna their lashes are gonna fry. They're gonna
fall off. Damn, I do wonder if they changed it.
I know.
No, what was it? The other one. Speaking of the lash wash, I used to actually think I was allergic to lashes because it was to the point like my eyelids were peeling. If I can, I'll find a picture so I could insert it in. But it was to the point where my eyelids were peeling to where they were bleeding. Ooh. They were literally bleeding. And I was like, what the? And so like, so that was going on. And then they would tell me like, just wash it. And then I remember I looked at the ingredients because I do have esthetician background. I was still fresh. And I was just like, oh my God, like every single ingredient in that bad. It was just like straight up putting poison in your like eye. It's like, oh,
okay. Did it have witch hazel in it?
I think it had witch hazel. It had lavender. It had like
I can't remember if it had like a citrus in it or something.
It had a citrus and it had a salt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's why my eyes were peeling. Plus also the glue.
Oh yeah.
I have 20/20 plus vision. It was a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. But that franchise was like genuinely intense. Like you also had to do like full sets. Like I think it was what was it like
2 hours.
Yeah, so you had tiers. It was like beginner lash artist, junior lash artist.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And senior,
master. And then master. Yeah, so there's 4. Little take in the industry. We have actually learned this from other people. We learned it at Lash Boss Summit. We went to that recently, and honestly, the only places that will have tiers for lash artists that work there are usually franchises or like a company that has a lot of employees working under them. So that's why they'll have those tiers. But in reality, you're really just a lash artist. Like you could just have more years under your belt like we do, but at the same time, we are still lash artists. So yeah, that was like one thing. And then at the franchise, what was it? We had to do, the beginners had to do a full set in 2 hours, which as a beginner, 2 hours is very little time. Mm-hmm. And then a junior, it just kept going down.
Like so a master was like an hour and 10.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes it was. Yes.
We don't even take that time to do a refill. Like that's
Oh my gosh, that is wild. Yes. An hour 10. Yeah.
Oh, and like
no matter whether it was volume, classic, hybrid, had to be an hour 10.
Yeah.
And they would try to for me, they would try to move me up, but I was like, no, I want my time. Like I do, 2 hours was already a little amount of time, and I was like, I'm not gonna try to shorten my time even more because I'm like, that's impossible. Like in my head, I knew it was impossible, but they wanted it to be possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were really pushing for it because I know me too. They were like, oh, also too the bases of the lashes. They
were like square.
Yeah. They looked like the very tip of my nail. Like that's how thick the base was.
Yeah.
That was rough, and we had to put that on people's lashes. No, absolutely not. And obviously, because
nothing against pre-mates because people do use them.
Only against those.
Those specifically.
Yeah, that was truly rough because you would put that on people's eyes and how we always say isolation is key. You can't even isolate well because those bases are so thick that they just stick onto 5 lashes and you're like, cool. And then it was. What a time. I mean, what a time.
You want mega volume? Stack the volume on top.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, we were told that. Stack them on top of the pre-mades you already have on there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, also too, they only had the cassettes where... Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, memories.
Yes. Oh my God.
No, so we would have the cassettes of the lashes. But if they did volume or whatever, what was it? They would only have a certain number. So let's just say they wanted their longest lashes to be 15. I think for the inner corners they would start at 12s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yep.
So
remember
yeah,
those.
and like we
Yes.
had to ask for it too because they didn't want to just give it out, and then we were also always low on inventory with them. So
Yep.
like then we would have like the 3D lashes, and then they'd be like, okay, just like stack them on top of each other. So it
those
looks
3D
yeah.
lashes.
I had a client the other day, and she came in, and she asked me something. She was like, "Can you do 3D lashes?" And I was like, 3D lashes. So I get on my phone because I was gonna, look on TikTok like,
Is that like a new style?
Yeah, and so then I started looking at. She's starting to explain it, but then I remembered, well, 3D lash. I said, I know exactly what you mean, and my God, I haven't heard that in forever. I said, you mean like just 3, like for the fan? She's like, yeah, and I said, okay. I can do that. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard 3D, 6D in like forever. I thought it was a new style. I was like, oh my God, wait.
You were like, what kind of style is this?
I was like, the 3D? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a wild time. And also those 3D lashes, like you couldn't see shit. Like
they were so thin.
They were the thinnest. They were like using like the 0.3 lashes or like something for the 3D ones. So then people would then want the 6D ones because it'd be like, well, you can't tell that I have more. Oh my God,
and then to even make the styles like out of them, like it was impossible because like the 3D, you would pull it up, it would break. It would break into like a 2D, a 1D. Like,
because you also only had straight tweezers. So you had to pick them up with the straight tweezers.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we didn't even have boot tweezers.
No,
there was a boot. It was an ugly boot.
I think you're right.
There was like.
I think you're right.
Because I remember like I had first asked them and they were like trying to give me that boot and I was like, no.
I'm not using that.
You know what? I think you're right because I think so I left right when the pandemic happened, and I think that's when they introduced the boot tweezer. And I was kind of like, I don't hate this, and then I left. So I was like, well, I didn't keep any of my tweezers. But that's what did introduce me, and then I found a different brand. And then once I tried their brand, I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah. But damn, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I know.
The time of that place is not. I don't like it.
Dark rooms.
Dark room. It literally felt like you were in jail. Like this here, very spacious.
You couldn't even decorate the walls.
Oh yeah, we couldn't decorate anything.
No, they had to be bare. You couldn't add anything of yours in there.
Except for your like license.
No.
I had my license in my room. Yeah. It was behind me on the wall.
I didn't have mine.
No?
Yeah, I also had
mine. Mine was in the front. In a little binder thing.
What? I guess they might have changed it.
Yeah.
In me, moment.
And mind you, this like we're like what we all were there like in 2 years, like Spanish. Because I know I was there for 2 years, but my first year I was there with you for a year, and then like you and her probably were there like
I was there. I think a total of 8 months.
Okay, so you and her probably were like the same 8 months then?
Maybe. No, you were already working there
for like 2 years. I was there for a while.
Okay. No, you think you were there for like 3 years?
Probably.
Because I was there for like 2 years and something. And once I hit that 2-year mark, I was like, I'm done.
No, you're right.
Damn, so I was there the shortest amount of time.
Shit. I got very affected being there that long.
Yes.
I was trying to buy a house.
I remember that's
I do remember that.
I remember her stressing, and then I would be like, Alyssa, like, why are you still here?
Because they had to, that's right, because they had to see you were at the same job for I think like 2 years for me to get it.
And you're like, I'm trying to buy a house.
Yeah. Did it! Whoa!
I do remember that. Because I think, what was it, when I started working there, you were already in the process of it. So you were like, oh, I have to do this. Because I remember, we could bleep the name out, but Kat, like, she was just like, we need to get Alyssa her stuff. And she always made those comments about, like, that she had to do more stuff for you. And I was like, what the fuck? No, and then also the craziest thing, I don't know who your owner or manager was at that location, but like our manager was not even licensed. She had like zero lash knowledge.
Besides getting her lashes done and having you do her friends for free.
Yeah. And then
and you get cussed out.
or get things thrown at you.
No, so I showed up after she was gone. So I showed up with the new owner of it, which her name was Alex. I remember. Remember? And then and then was the manager reception.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot about all of this. Yeah, no, so I remembered, what was it, the whole like debacle at the very end.
Oh yeah,
because you went to go get your license. That's how I knew it was for sure on the wall, because I remember she went to go get her license and then Kat threw like the frame. Was it you or was it?
Yeah, she said, you can't take that frame with you. I said, I don't want your damn frame. I don't want it.
No, I remember mine wasn't in there because I remember even when I left, I had to go get it from the binder, and I didn't want to show face again. And I was like, like I'm gonna have to make my way to go get it because I still had like. Well, that's when I was starting at the new job, and I think you still had like 6 months on it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna renew it now.
Right, yeah.
So I had to. I remember. Binder. I remember that binder.
Damn. Yeah. No, that was a time. But yeah, no, like that. Working for a franchise, like it's good because you do get the introduction of lashes, but it's also like not the best because the PTSD. The PTSD that comes from it, you're like, oh my god, like, because this isn't the one that we worked at isn't also the worst one. I think no, actually, false. It is the worst one.
I don't know. She was escorted out by the cops.
Yeah.
I
don't know. No. That one was the worst franchise, but there are other ones like here in Texas too, where I have heard similar stories.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's how I'm like, I think not all franchises are bad. But
I again, like I feel like I'm not like I completely regret it for my lash career because no, it did give me the sense of again what type of artist I wanted to be, how I wanted to lash. It let me realize like okay, like it did teach me like in a sense like isolation is supposed to be like this, not like this. Because those master sets were not always isolated. And so actually me as the beginner not wanting to take away my time, like I wanted to clean all that up and I would clean all that up. Now mind you, like clients would be mad because they would be like, your retention's not the same, like they're not lasting me like 2 months. It's like, well yeah, because they're stuck together. And mine are not stuck together. Like
I had someone who did tell me, they're like, oh my god, my sets would last me 6 months, and I'd be like, huh? I was like, and I remember I was like, I don't think that's okay, and she was like, well, like it's the same like one, and I'm just like, yeah, and then I had to explain to her, I was like, it's because they're all stuck together, like they're not growing out well. And she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, they should be done like every whatever. And then I would remember, like, because this was also when I had left that franchise. So when I left and, like, I started getting those people, too, they're, like, kind of same thing where they would be like, they're not lasting me. And then that's when I'd be like, well, let me break it to you. And that's when I would educate them, like, how your lashes are supposed to grow. And they were like, oh, my God. So, yeah, it was just, like, I think for the clients and us, it was traumatizing.
That clientele was crazy.
It
was franchise clientele. Very different. You can't educate them. They don't want to hear it.
But mind you, I do have clients that have stayed with me from there. And because I taught them like what was the correct way and everything. And so now I've had them for my whole like 5 years of lashing, and I'm super grateful for them. So you will have a couple that will like follow you and 100%. Stay with you, and they'll grow with you, and I'm just kind of thankful for them.
Yeah, I do have a few who have like stayed with me since then, and we always talk about this. Like, remember when your boss used to yell at you, and I was like, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, no, that was fun times. But yeah, so just be weary about where you work. Make sure you do your research. Look at the reviews because most of the time we are not lying when we're on there. Like, hey, don't work.
And they did try to get you in a contract, but that contract was like a little voided.
Yeah.
They did try going after Alyssa too when she started working for the company that I worked at after, and yeah, that was fun.
That was great to see at my front doorstep. That was super weird. I don't know. Also, I would that too because I was so upset. I finished that whole 2 weeks. I was the only one who didn't leave during my lunch break. Yeah, and not come back.
Also, memberships. They had memberships. Okay, so let me give you the tea on the memberships. From what I remember, and I don't know if they've changed it since then, but what was it when I did it? They were like, oh, if you become a member, you get like one fill, like with the credit or whatever, and then the next one you have to pay for. So I was kind of like, what the fuck? And so like, didn't they like also like let it build up sometimes because then they could get like free full sets with those credits? I was like, okay. And then there was like 2 different memberships. So there was that one, and then there was another one that you could pay for, which I think was either 2 fills or 1 fill and then 1 like mini fill or something.
I think so,
it was like something like that, but it was just like it didn't make sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I never pushed those memberships.
No.
Sorry, but not sorry, because
I didn't either because I was also like, I think the only time I would be if they like told me like, oh, like I just don't come in for my lashes often, then I would be like, well, like if you wanted to, like you could do it and then let them stack up because you wouldn't have to pay anything out of pocket. And they were like, oh my God. They're like, I didn't think about that. And I'm like, it's like a thought, but that was the only time I ever really mentioned it because I'd be like, I don't care.
Right.
Like do what you need to do. But I do remember the whole memberships. And like ever since then, I think that's why I'm not a huge fan of memberships. Like I know some people do them for their business and that's like perfectly okay, but I think just because of how they did it, I was like, what? Like it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was another little memory that popped up.
Well, then they started wanting to charge for washes.
Oh, yeah.
Like $5 extra add-on to clean your lashes.
Yes.
Which was crazy because I mean we do that. It's an automatic like every time they come in. That's the first thing I do is
wash your lashes. Yeah, because I'm like for us too, like having a clean base to work on is the most essential thing. So like we always wash the lashes. Like we do not charge for that. I know like there are some companies that do. It's like $10 or $15 or like $5 or whatever. Which I mean you sure come in with like clean lashes, but I remember we had some people who show up with like full face of makeup. Eyeshadow, matte eyeshadow. Yes. And I'd be like, please wash your lashes because at that time we couldn't do it. So we would give them the lash wash. And I remember her so well because she'd be like, okay, I'll go wash my lashes. And she would show up like makeup untouched. And I'm like, you need to wash your lashes. And she'd be like, but I did. And I'm like, everything is still on. I was like, your eyeliner is intact.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That was
their tape. Their scratchy tape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Their sensitive tape was not sensitive.
I mean, their sensitive glue was not even sensitive.
No.
It was.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was.
What a time.
That was a time. Truly, that was a time.
It was a time. It was. I mean, again, it showed how we wanted to be. And now look at us. Now we're running our business and now know what not to do.
Yeah. So. Now we don't follow down those routes.
No.
We also like, even for me, because I did used to work with like pre-mades for a while after working for them, but I did research better ones. And I think because I had worked with like the really blocky, crappy ones, that really like boosted me to like actually research brands, figure out which ones work better, the tweezers that work better for pre-mades. Now we really only do handmade fans, but like honestly, like no shame to them. Like there's a lot of companies who do like really, really, really good pre-mades, and I really do like them. But I have realized my forte is handmade lashes. But that was just make sure you do your research when you work for them, because it can be a lot and it can be traumatizing, and it could also push you away from being in the lash world.
That is true.
Yes.
Some people show up and then they're like, I
Mhm.
don't want to be an artist no more because of that reason. And it's like, it's not that bad. Like, it definitely depends, I guess, on your mindset of going into. Like, I also knew about lashes before even applying, like, to that place. So I knew more so what they should be, the care of them. But if you are, like, completely new, and you are just like, hey, I want to try it out, you know, because it's a franchise, it seems like it's going to be easy. It seems like you're going to have all these clients there, everything like that. I've seen it draw people away.
Yeah, it was to a point where it was drawing me away. Like I used to work at Target, and I was ready to work at Target again after that because I was like, I can't. And then yeah, like the pandemic did happen, and then that's like I kind of did use that as an exit point. I was like, bye. And then yeah, I think because of that, it saved me because then I was like, oh, lashes aren't bad. Because then I just started doing them from home. Like I would just do it on like my mom or my sister and stuff. And that's where I was like, oh, I don't hate it. Like, oh, okay. Like it really just depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I was like it was crazy. That was a crazy time.
Well, then you would almost get like burnt out.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because you do 8 clients a day.
Yes.
8 to 10 clients
Yeah.
a day.
They'd shove them in there, and yeah, you were burnt out by the end. But they were also a lot more like quantity over quality.
Oh, definitely.
So that too. So I mean, they didn't care how your work was. I mean, I don't think they ever checked it after that. Like we did our first models. I don't think we ever did like a model check or like see where your work is at type of thing. So I mean,
I will say they did check my model. The trainer, like who trained me, like.
well, yeah, she checked it, but like I mean, after that, like
yeah,
there was no like 3 month. Hey, let's do a see how where you're
they
at.
would say there would be,
Right.
but it was
There
not,
was
no.
never. I mean, I got moved up to a master, and I don't even think they ever even looked at my work.
Yeah, I don't think
Just
they
because
did.
she was like getting the clients to come back to her and everything. And mind you, Alyssa's like work was not bad. Like even though she was a master, she like did still care about them. But they were like, you know, let's just get them in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which it charges the clients more. So I mean, you have full books, so that's not only bringing more money to you, but it's bringing more money to the franchise. So that's why they want to boost them up. Oh, overturn. If they have a lot of it, if there's always new artists in, probably not a place you want to be, because there's a reason why everybody is constantly leaving so quick, especially if it's so quick.
And they said like not every Amazing Lash location was. I'm good. Sorry. They did say not every Amazing Lash location was the same.
I'm gonna bleep it out. I'm gonna have to bleep it.
Yes. Dang it. It slipped. I knew it was gonna slip one time. But they did say not all of the locations, but the location we for sure were at, it was that bad.
It was pretty bad. We have definitely more horror stories just from that too. But yeah, we're gonna have to end this here. But it was a pleasure. Yeah, catch us on the next one. We'll go into more deeper topics. But yeah, bye.